Good morning. I'm Lacey Shippey on the Rural Radio Network, and it's time to take a look at our midday livestock trade with livestock market analyst Kyle Bumsted. And Kyle, looks like it's going to be another strong day here in the cattle complex so far. Tell me what you make of trade today.
Well, so far we are seeing a stronger day here coming off that cattle on feed report. Now, the cattle on feed report on Friday, the estimate for on feed is 98.4%, came in at 97.9. Placement number estimated at 92.0%, came in at 88.8. And the marketing number estimated 88.7 came in at 88.1. So a lot of folks are thinking that's a little bit bearish on the front end, but I do know that there's a lot of cattle getting cleaned up here, and that maybe is reflecting in the numbers of cash here that we're not seeing traded here the last couple of weeks. Now, we did see a couple of weeks ago big numbers of cash trade, and like I said before, I think the packers got some inventory bought up around and get through the holidays, but cash trade last week was very quiet, and I think cash trade this week is going to be very quiet as well. On the feeder cattle side of things here, we are seeing feeders up here this morning. We got this March feeder cattle contract up about $2.50 right now, around that 341.90 area. Got some gaps above us here to go back and try to fill. The index here looks like it's going to be up today when the Merck updates it later, up about 73 cents here at 351.91. Daily average, though, is 344.73 on 6,914 head, and that daily average price from yesterday was up 398 compared to last week. The Texas direct sales come in about 340, and that'd be up $14 from the previous week. So, like I said last week, the volume here as far as the cash feeders is going to really dry up here this week and next, and till we get to after the first of the year. And I think we're in kind of full-blown holiday mode here as we kind of round out the year. So it's going to be choppy, and I think that the person's just going to have to keep an open mind and maybe just kind of stand aside here for a minute until this thing figures out a direction, Lacey.
Well, thank you, Kyle. That is livestock market analyst Kyle Bumsted with a look at our midday livestock trade here on the Rural Radio Network.
Unlock the potential of your business with the help of the Rural Radio Network. We connect you with a dedicated audience of folks just like you who tune in for our hourly updates. As the only farmer and rancher-owned network in the United States, our listeners trust us for essential agricultural news and insights. By advertising with us, you'll reach a loyal community across Nebraska and 6 surrounding states. Grow your brand. Advertise with the Rural Radio Network. Learn more at ruralradionetwork.com under the About Us tab.
Farmers and ranchers, your operation is more than a business. It's your legacy. At Rembold Ludke, we understand the unique challenges you face in agriculture. From land leases and water rights to succession planning and ag financing, our experienced team is here to guide you through every step. With the new year approaching, now is the time to protect what matters most. Call us today or visit RemboldLawFirm.com to learn more. Rembold Ludke, Nebraska's law firm.
Welcome back to the Rural Radio Network for a check of your markets. Corn futures are slightly higher in light trade, holding just above their nearby support. Weekly export inspections were very strong at 1.75 million metric tons, keeping year-to-date pace at 168%. Soybeans are beginning to ease their oversold conditions with strength in the product markets as well. This morning, we saw a flash sale of 396,000 metric tons to China, and though weekly inspections are still sluggish with a yearly pace at 54%. Wheat inspections were better than expected, keeping year-to-date pace at 123%. Wheat harvest in the southern hemisphere is heading into the home stretch, and weather for the plains is looking warmer and drier than usual in the extended forecast. March corn is up 1 3/4 at 445.5. May up 2 at 453.5. January soybeans are up 1 at 1050.25. March up 2 3/4 at 1062.25. Chicago March wheat is up a nickel at 514 3/4. May up 5 1/4 at 525 3/4. March Kansas City wheat is up 6 1/4 at 521.5. May up 6 1/4 at 534. January soybean meal is up 50 cents at 298.10. January bean oil up 46 at 48.36. February live cattle are up 97 cents at 231.77. April up 160 at 231.60. January feeders up 247 at 348.07. March up 260 at 342. February lean hogs up 55 at 85.05. April up 57 at 89.70. And class 3 milk for January is down 1/4 at 15.36. That's a look at your markets. You're listening to the Rural Radio Network.